My name is George Taylor. I'm Managing Director of Taylor Symes Limited.
My name's Ashley. I'm Sales Director for Taylor Symes, trading as Forme Partitions.
So the company designs, manufactures and installs a range of office partitions up in London.
The business has a lot of experience in bespoke architectural metalwork, and we do still take on projects of that kind. From one of those projects several years ago now, the request for some internal partitions to look like the old factory windows, which are often referred to as critile windows, came in, and from there came the partition system. So
we were a team of 3 really 5 years ago when the partitions really started as a business, and it was myself, a designer and a fabricator, and we've grown the team over the years in all the areas. So we have a full-time install team in London, we have a sales effort in London, and then a design studio in Cornwall, and the business is operated from Cornwall as well, from the same studio. So a couple of different locations, and there's 13 people spread across there.
So we met with Jamie from Future Focus about 2 years ago for the first time, and spent some time with him running through what we do, and since then we've received help with recruiting 2 new team members. Various team members have had support in terms of mentoring and training, and we've also had a consultant basically work through our company strategy and get that on paper and make a plan. Well,
I did a couple of labs, a session of labs, and some mentoring as well off the back of that, and that really focused on strategy, and it was concentrated support from Future Focus, which meant that it actually got started and got finished as a task, which was good. So actually we went from having no strategy to a strategy, and that of course has led to a new strategy being developed this year, and that's already come off the back of particularly the labs, and then a bit of coaching as well, just to actually implement that in this business. And we actually had one of the business coaches come out to the business to help develop a bespoke strategy, basically.
Off the back of time spent with Sally and the labs, I think we'd spent some time and money training the guys in developing on the software, but I think it opened our eyes to what's out there in terms of what would be described as soft skills, personal traits that enhance you as an employee or an employer, and that's really driven us to include in the strategy a big focus on training and personal development. Actually, one of the guys we hired through the help from Future Focus and Unlocking Potential really was at the forefront of implementing an appraisal strategy and action plans for all the guys, so that there's really clear expectations set out, and that's, some of it's just a word form, but it's still an investment by the business in the time and resources to make that happen. So the knock-on effect of that series of things has been a really positive impact on the business. We, from the off, found everyone that we dealt with at Unlocking Potential really friendly, approachable, easy. Jamie was our main contact, but we have actually met and dealt with a few other people throughout various processes, and then the people that are not directly working for Unlocking Potential, but the people that they work with and then they put us in touch with, have also been the same kind of way of working, and just understanding that small businesses struggle with keeping on top of paperwork and making that side of things just minimal, to make sure that the value we were getting out of it wasn't outweighed by being too bogged down with bureaucracy. So that was definitely really great. I've actually met other people, and we've recommended the support to other people starting out businesses, and I've given them the advice that you've got to be receptive. I think people also need to not be afraid to admit if they've got a skills gap, because there is things like Unlocking Potential out there to help with that. So the labs and the training and the mentoring, that's exactly what it's designed for, is to help someone who's got a great business or starting to get business off the ground, but they perhaps don't know anything about accounting or sales, and they need that to fulfill their sort of full plethora of of business skills to take it on to the next steps.